Today we're reviewing Presbyterian Mixture. This is of Leaf and Letter. So apparently Presbyterian Mixture has been around since World War One, and it wasn't named until much later. I'm having a hard time finding out what exactly the blend contains tobacco-wise. I know there is some Latakia because it's in English. I know it has Virginias and it should have some Orientals, but I'm not sure what kind exactly. I haven't been able to find much online. And I'll be honest, I haven't smoked Presbyterian Mixture. Even though I've been smoking a pipe for 5 years now, I haven't smoked this specific blend until just recently, just a couple weeks ago. And this is, I would say, about the fifth bowl I've had so far. Since the order came in, I'm smoking out of my Sherlock Holmes, um, my Sherlock Holmes Peterson pipe today. This is a good late night pipe. It fits perfectly in the hand, at least my hand, and it's not the best for clenching, but it's perfect for resting in your hand pipe. And I gotta say, I really like Presbyterian Mixture. This might sound strange, but immediately what I get, and this isn't overwhelming, but it's kind of surprising. In the background, I get like this toasted marshmallow note. And it's not an overly sweet blend. Like I taste the smokiness, the Latakias, and a little bit of the Orientals, some of the spice and whatnot. But I think it's probably the sugars and the Virginias, and then that little bit of balanced smokiness from the Latakias that combine for me, it just tastes kind of like a light background layer of toasted marshmallows, like around a campfire. And it's really pleasant because I'm not an overly sweet tobacco lover. I don't really like aromatics all that much. I like the heartier, thicker Englishes, 965 Maltese Falcon, even like Gaslight and Spark Plug from GLPs, um, Nightcap. I like those kind of blends typically. And so for me, this is a perfect kind of all day smoke because it's strong enough to where it kind of scratches that English itch that I get when smoking a pipe that I kind of want. But it has just enough sweetness that I could light up this stuff first thing in the morning with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and be perfectly happy with it. But I could also light it up at night like I am right now and be perfectly on, a night reading or whatever by myself. So it's kind of an all day blend for me, I think. And I really, really enjoy this blend. I can't believe I've been smoking a pipe for so long and I've never actually tried it before. Um, I gotta be honest, that's like one of the main notes I get here with this blend is that kind of toasted marshmallow, but I'm gonna light it back up and see if I can get anything else out of it. Yeah, I get some of those Orientals. There's like this base level. It's not a cloying sweetness. It's like a nice natural sort of caramelized, and I think that's kind of what gives me the toasted marshmallow impression of the Virginias. I kind of feel like it's kind of the main driver of this blend. And I'm not usually a huge Virginia guy, but it really works in this blend. But then you get some orientals that are doing some slightly interesting things in the background. They're not the main thing, and they're not trying to be. They're complementary, and they're doing a good job of it. You get that Latakia smokiness, but it's just enough to sort of give that toasted campfire, and combined with that natural sweetness of the Virginias, man, it's a good smoke. And it comes in this pouch, and I usually prefer tins. It's probably my least favorite thing about this blend is that it comes in a pouch like this. But that's not a deal breaker, because let me tell you, I smoked one bowl of this, and I had bought a couple pouches initially. I smoked one bowl of this, and I immediately went and added about 10 more pouches to my cart for my next order from smokingpipes.com. So I will definitely be ordering this blend again. Now, if I had to rate this tobacco, scale of 1 to 10, right now, based on about 5 bowls of tobacco, this would be like my 5th. Man. Okay, so real quick, let me say that like the super overly sweet aromatics in my book typically rate lower, because those just aren't my style, as do most Virginias. So this is not an objective list, or this is just my personal preference when it comes to tobacco. So a low number does not mean that something is bad. It just means it doesn't suit my taste completely. But I gotta say, for me, this one, it's gotta be at least a solid 8, maybe even an 8.5. A 10's like a perfect blend. A 10's like I wouldn't change anything about it blend. And a 1's like, I'll never smoke it again. 1 and 2 probably are like, I'll never smoke it again. 3 and 4 is like, I'll smoke it if it's around and there's nothing else, but I'm probably not going to buy it again. 5 and 6 is sort of middle of the road, like solid but not great. Once you get above 7, in my book, you start getting something special, and this has got to be at least an 8.5. And I can see myself growing to love this blend more the more I smoke it. Man, Presbyterian Mixture, have you tried it? If not, pick you up a pouch wherever you can find it cheapest. And I do gotta say that I do order online at places like Four Noggins and smokingpipes.com and Pipes and Cigars, but if you have a local brick and mortar shop within driving distance, go show them some support. There's several here in my area, and I try to go support them whenever I can. And sometimes there's just certain things you can't find anywhere else but online. And I haven't been able to find Presbyterian Mixture. That's one of the reasons I haven't tried it before, is because the only place I could ever find it was online. So, it's a good blend. I like it a lot, and I'm gonna finish the smoke. Until next time.